Good afternoon. My name is Diane Brinson Days, and today I would like to propose the implementation of a new program that will benefit the non-traditional student population at Eastern Michigan University. The name of the program is the ePace Competency-Based Education Program. To begin, I would like to give you a little background on non-traditional students and why it is important that we meet the needs of this growing population. The college landscape is rapidly changing as non-traditional students shift from the minority to the majority. Here are the main characteristics of the non-traditional student. They are usually age 25 or older. They have delayed enrollment into college for a variety of reasons. They usually work full-time and attend classes part-time. They are financially independent. They have dependents other than a spouse, and some have no high school diploma. As you can see, the non-traditional student has a lot of responsibilities, which makes their time very valuable. As a provider of higher education, we need to be able to cater to the unique needs of this growing population. These students need flexibility and cost effectiveness. Another characteristic that was not mentioned and that deserves consideration is that these students bring with them a wealth of professional and life experiences. These experiences should not be ignored by higher education institutions when developing a course of study for the non-traditional student. The increase in non-traditional students is partly due to the demand for advanced degrees by employers. These students are realizing that in order to compete in the workplace, they must advance their skills and/or education. They are entering college at various stages in their lives and careers and are looking to advance their career or start a new one. Therefore, flexibility and cost effectiveness are top priority. The ePace Competency-Based Education Program can address the needs of the non-traditional student. What is competency-based education, you ask? Competency-based education, or CBE, has been defined in many ways. However, the overall idea is that it measures learning rather than time. Competency-based education allows students to advance based on their demonstrated mastery of a set of skills or competencies, and best of all, they can do it at their own pace. Because non-traditional students are more mature and have been in the workforce, they have acquired certain skills that can be used towards earning their degree. This is done by demonstrating that they have mastered a specific skill at the onset of their program. CBE allows students to move quickly through what they already know so that they can focus on what they need to learn. So what does the competition look like? Today, more and more colleges and universities have started to see the value of CBE programs. California State University has undergraduate and graduate CBE programs. Texas State Technical College has a CBE program that focuses on displaced workers and veterans, and College for America offers all of their programs as CBE. Finding affordable, high-quality ways to help busy adult learners gain the skills and education they need is a top priority for many colleges and universities. One of the most promising innovations in higher education is competency-based education. Although there are many institutions offering CBE programs, the ePace program is unique. It will offer students 3 paths to pursue: the college path, the career path, and the GED path. Students taking the college path will work towards earning a bachelor's degree. The career path will earn students professional certifications that will be directly applicable to their jobs. Lastly, the GED path will help students earn their GED. The best part about this path is that upon completion, students can seamlessly transition into either the college or career paths. So who is the target audience for this program? The desired audience for the ePace program will include a broad spectrum of students. Our main focus will be on the non-traditional student age 25 and over who is working full-time. Because we offer the GED path, this can attract an audience that typically would not be targeted by higher education institutions. The GED Testing Service annual statistical report shows that GED test takers span a large age range starting from 16 to 39. The percentages based on ethnicity were 51.5% white, 22.8% African American, and 16.8% Hispanic. The program may also be attractive to traditional students looking for something different and faster. The E-PACE program will need support from both inside and outside of the university. A CBE oversight committee will be created that will consist of university faculty, student affairs administrators, as well as local employers. The primary roles of the committee will be the development and creation of the CBE core competencies. They will work with the local employers to ensure that the program competencies are meeting the needs of the workplace. Another huge role will be developing and administering the methods to assess whether core competencies have been mastered. The committee will also assess the overall effectiveness of the program, reevaluate where needed, and make any necessary updates or improvements. Let's take a look at how the E-PACE program will work. Students will apply for admission. This can be done at any time as we will have a rolling admissions policy. Once admitted, students will be required to take the E-PACE orientation. The orientation will be offered in person with several dates and times available. This is a one-day session. Staying in line with our commitment to flexibility, we will also offer orientation as an online module for those that cannot make it to an in-person session. After students have completed orientation, they will take the Test of Adult Basic Education Assessment, or TABE, to determine their current skill levels. Students that pass can move on to choose their program path. Those that do not pass will be required to take a transitions course to address skills gaps. After the transitions course, they will retake the TABE. Once the student chooses their path, they will be assigned a curriculum coach to help them map out their program and help them along the way. Each pathway will begin on the first day of the month. The program duration can vary from that point on and is also dependent on the path that the student chooses. Students can begin their coursework immediately and can move through the program at their own pace. For course materials, students will use traditional materials such as textbooks, but in the form of e-books for cost efficiency. They will also use supplemental learning such as online practice tests, videos, webinars, and interactive exercises. The E-PACE program will need exceptional faculty in order for the program to be a success. Because the program is largely self-paced, faculty are often viewed as not important. In reality, competency-based education pushes faculty to work with students where they are rather than force students to keep up with an artificial pace. As we consider faculty for the E-PACE program, some things we will be looking for are faculty who are subject matter experts and can work with students individually. They must have the ability to track and respond to students who may be at very different places in the curriculum. They must be able to cooperate with others to develop course competencies, gain expertise in assessment, and participate in ongoing professional development. To evaluate the success of the E-PACE program, the CBE Student Outcomes Metrics Framework will be used. The framework was created by the American Institutes for Research and the Institute for Competency-Based Education at Texas A&M University Commerce. The framework articulates common metrics that can be used across many CEB program types to build toward a common language about CBE student outcomes. More information on the framework can be found at the link listed at the bottom of the slide. Looking at the program budget, the overall institutional cost will be around $3,200 per student. This includes academic and instructional costs, institutional support, marketing, recruitment, and technology costs, and lastly, student services. The program will be funded by seeking grants and state support as well as through student tuition payments. Revenue will also be generated from admission application fees and assessment fees. Student costs will average between $5,000 and $6,000 annually. An example of a 3-month path would be around $1,500. Students will be able to apply for financial aid. Traditionally, financial aid programs have been structured around the credit hour. Some programs have adapted by creating credit hour equivalencies for their competencies and have modified disbursement schedules. As stated earlier, the official name of the program will be the ePACE program. The E in ePACE will be the official Eastern Michigan University Block E to fit in with the university's marketing. The estimated timeline to implement the program is 2 years. This will include a 6-month program pilot and assessment. The timeline for students to complete the program is within the range of 6 months to 2 years, with students working at their own pace. This does not include those students completing the GED path, which is estimated to take no more than 1 month. Recruitment and marketing efforts will be focused on non-traditional adult learners with some college experience. We will also target those students mentioned in the GED statistical report. Lastly, we will market the program through online marketing, social media, and email. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation on the ePACE program. I hope that the information provided was informative and helpful, and I hope the board decides to implement this program at Eastern Michigan University.